It's a tough one. I'm not pressuring myself to be in a job on May 13th, which would be a Saturday, so I wouldn't do that anyway. But yeah, I'm not pressuring myself to be in that position, and I might even explore doing something like working on a farm for the summer, or just doing something to really get more of like a hands-on experience. Maybe do a permaculture certification or something like that. But the passion of mine is really like data sovereignty. I've really been enjoying the internship I'm doing with Frontline. Pretty fascinating project on a path towards building a racial equity database for food movements in this area. Just like a way to start there, so we can like really explore what's happening and looking into the outcomes of a lot of the efforts that are going on, because there's just so much. But yeah, so I've been looking at various organizations that are in that space, even just doing informational interviews. But yeah, I would love to find a job in the intersection of, finding ways to improve the types of environmental and social, especially the social data that we need to improve decision making that's based off of this data. There's a key takeaway I took from my capstone, just how critical it can be when data is missing in terms of decision making. But I'm really passionate about the environmental justice space, and I've already done informational interviews with a few different organizations, such as Namity. They just started a environmental justice program in the US where they're taking lessons from creating these community paralegals in 6 countries throughout the world, and like Kenya, and I want to say there's 2 countries in South America and 4 in Africa, and there might be 1 in Asia. But just taking those lessons of like how to support community efforts and like trying to test that, can you do that in the US? Just the insanity of how stuck our systems are. But yeah, so that was really interesting. Talk to Climate Reality Project and just all these different people. It's been really fascinating. But yeah, so I'm really looking, and I've been really trying to understand what that looks like, what those career paths are, and obviously coming from food systems in the food space. So I have ideas. A lot of it's more in kind of the workshop training space of that, where there's so many plans, like city plans and everything, that are either lacking data or knowledge, and that might just be the first step, is like starting somewhere in that space, helping to build up that knowledge, getting the answers, doing the community engagement to actually find out what people are saying really is the problem for them. But yeah, a little bit open-ended. I don't have a defined path. I don't have a set idea on that yet. I'm kind of happy with that, honestly. So making it a little bit easier to graduate without going nuts. So we'll see.